Today we built a wicked front bumper and rear roll bar for this 500cc Suzuki swapped lawnmower. Let's get to it. In the previous video we cut this bit of tubing off from here, relocate it out here a little bit further. There we go. Nice little angle on the bottom, and we're going to plug weld this piece in the top here, make it extra strong joint. Building a brace here to try and help stop this arm from flexing. You can't really see it because I've got it on these wheel dollies at the moment, but when it's on the ground this arm rotates a little bit. Now that's because of the style bush that we've gone with. Okay, so let's just pretend that I didn't weld this on 50mm too long and then it wouldn't fit in between here. I'll just have to get a new nut for that, locking nut, but that's okay. Okay, so one question I get asked a fair bit is, are you going to put a roll cage on this thing? Well, I wasn't planning on it to begin with, but I think I spoke about it in the last video that it's probably a good idea. Let's just see roughly how high we need one. We'll go somewhere like that, about that high. That's pretty high. Okay, so here's that issue I've been dealing with, but I've never done a piece this long, and you can see it here. It's laying flat on the table. So I liked the shape of this. Try and mimic that back on here. So I think I fixed the twist issue. It was quite easy actually. Stick it in there, grab onto one and just slightly tweak the other. Not that it should do it, but that looks much more acceptable anyway. Let's do something similar. Next up, building a rear bumper so we can strengthen up the roll bar. Tubing bent up for here, going to strengthen this back bar. This is super sturdy now that we've put these lower ones on, so hopefully these top ones will help that just a little bit more. Whilst we're covering safety, let's get a seatbelt fitted. Okay, now we've got the seatbelt finished. I do want to finalise this roll bar a tiny bit more, an X brace in between here. Alrighty, so we've got that all finished up. This X pattern turned out really good. I'm super happy with it. I already know these won't fit. I reckon they're going to hit the steering. Yeah. That's come out and down. I did have a muffler for this thing and I was thinking, yep, we'll put that on, but I just do not have the space. So straight piping it for now until I can order a muffler or something. Whether that's going to be in this video, I am not too sure. So the next thing we're going to do is add some removable collars around the seat. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm at a crossroad with this thing at the moment. I've got to get an air compressor for underneath here so it fits. I'm going to ditch the air tank. We're going to run just a on-demand compressor, so as soon as we flick the switch to do either bag, it'll pump it straight away. Hopefully that'll be enough for that setup. I've got a fuel tank on the way, got an exhaust hopefully coming on the way. All this stuff's obviously online on eBay. Some pod filters coming on the way here very soon, so they'll hopefully sort out those two. Let's get the front apron at least on. Got to do a bumper and stuff for it. Oh yeah, all mounted up nice and solid. So I got given this forklift time because it's bent up, but there's still some usable material on it. It's really thick. Let's build a bumper. That is why I love this thing. So you can see we've got the worn winch mounted up to the bumper. We've got the bracket fully welded underneath, just a little gusset there. Now this thing does look a little funny because it sort of overhangs this way, but I did take the box off this side. I'm going to relocate that. So the last thing for this video I want to get done is to put some type of bar work on the front here. So add some tubes here just to try and tie in with the back end, make it look a little bit better and a little bit stronger. All right, so how good is this thing starting to look? It's really nice to see some bodywork back on this and start to take shape. That front bumper has really tied in with the back. Now there's a little bit more tube work to go. I want to put some around the front, tied into the front bumper. From the back, just a bit of strength and a little bit of protection, if you'd say. But I think that hoop at the front really helps tie in that front winch to this bumper. Now that bumper was so much work. I think the rails are a little bit unsquare, so I had to play around with it a lot off camera and get that working. But if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. And if you enjoyed this newer style of editing, I just really got down to the point and got this thing done. Definitely leave a comment below if you enjoyed it. So we got so much smashed out. We got the front A-arms finished up. I did those off camera. We've got that rear suspension braced up now. We've got a rear bumper. We've got the roll bar on the back to add some safety. Talking about safety, we've now got a seatbelt on this thing. We've got the front bumper. We've got a winch on there. We've got some lights coming. So this thing is looking fantastic. Again, we are so close. Some of the work I'm actually going to do off camera because I want to get this thing done. Now, originally in this video, I thought we would be at least starting this thing by now, but I'm a little bit a ways off that. But I guarantee you by the next video, this thing will at least start, and if not, move under its own power a little bit, because I've got the muffler coming, I've got a fuel tank and all that here now. So we're really, really close to getting this thing fired up. And I'm gonna say I'm excited and scared at the same time. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you guys don't miss out on anything. I'll catch you in the next one.